Hello there, it's so good to see you. Yes, we're doing your author photo shoot today. Okay, it should be really simple, but we are going to do your hair and makeup beforehand. And the photographer will be here in a little bit. As you can hear, the storm is kind of loud outside. Yeah, so glad you made it before it got really bad. I think it's just rain, thunderstorm, but still, the rain can delay lots of things, like the photographer. So, I hope you aren't bothered by the sound. It is a bit loud and can be distracting, but the sound of the rain itself has been pretty consistent. So, you wanted a natural makeup look according to the notes that I have taken from our phone call. Alright, and you can kind of guide me on how much you want, how little you want. So we've got that. And then we're going to do your hair. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. I also brought some options of scarves in case you wanted to throw one on. You sent over the pictures of what you're going to be wearing, so I kind of brought accessories that would go with in case you needed them. But I know that I was in charge of finding your headband, so I've got that for you. Found the right accessory. And yeah, if there were any prop requests, which there really doesn't need to be because of it just being an author photo shoot, normally that's just like, you know, a nice headshot to put in the back of the book with a little description about you. So not too crazy of a photo shoot, should be quite simple to do. Is this your first book? Okay, yeah, I didn't know if this was an updated photo or if it was just a new one altogether. That is very exciting. What is your book called? Oh, I would love a copy. Yes, please, please. So let me get out some of the stuff I brought. I may have to ask them to close the window. It's like cracked this much, but it's still kind of hard. So, do you want mascara? Okay, we'll do that. I assume a little bit of an eyeshadow, no crazy bold look. Okay. I have a palette for that. I even have these eye sticks, but I feel like they're too dark for what we want here. And then would you like eyeliner? Okay, no, we won't do that then. Your skin is flawless, by the way. Oh, yes, yes. So, I assume no foundation then, no powder, no contour. Okay. Alright. Do you want a little bit of a blush? Okay, we will do that. And get those out. got a few options for those here. Can go through those. Other question, did you want a lipstick or a lip gloss? Okay. Let me grab those as well, and we can kind of work with what I have. Mix them together, make sure everything looks good. The makeup bag is, it's a makeup bag, you know, there's stuff tossed around in here. Oh no, the lid's come off of my contour stick, I'll have to find that. Good thing it's not ruined, but it's open. I do have quite a few lip options, so I don't want to forget anything. Oh, here, there's the lid. Okay. Like I said, quite a few options here. Okay. The desk I'm working with is also only so big. Try to clean some stuff up as we go. Do you want to start by picking a lip color first, or do you want to do the blush? Okay, yeah, we'll see what we like there first and work with that. Okay. Sorry, I keep scratching my neck. I don't know if that's a hive or, you know, the weather's getting nicer. I don't know if it's a bug bite, but I'm itchy there. So, we've got this lovely pink here. It does have a little bit of a sparkle, as you can see. That one's quite nice on every skin tone. This one is a bit more purpley. Let me open that for you. Yeah, that might be a bit much. Not too many people want to use that one, actually. This one is similar to the other one I showed you, but it's a bit more red, I would say. Peachy. Compare them. You can tell they're just slightly different. Normally I don't recommend this one if you have a lot of red tones in your skin, but this one would be perfectly fine on you. And then we have this one, which is a bit more of a tan. Okay, so you like this one? All right, we'll do that then. And then I have a suggestion for this color you picked, but I will show you all of them in case you have another thought. So there are quite a few like really bright pink options. This one is a liquid lip, but it's matte, and then this one is a lip gloss. Again, I don't think these are, no. Okay, I didn't think so. Too bam in your face. This is like a hot pink as well. Yeah. Oh. I also don't think it would go nicely with that blush. So let me see what else we have. This is, it looks quite like really pink, but in all honesty, it's just the bottle. It's very sheer. See, it looks crazy, but it's very sheer. It's not one everyone likes to use because it's a Camp Rock Disney lip gloss. It looks like a microphone. Yeah. So, get rid of that. Oh, let me put the lid back on this and I'll put this away. We're taking our time because the photographer's not here. Okay, here we get into the more realistic options. We have this pink, which if you need me to hold up, still kind of bright for this, but do you expect your photo to be in color or black and white for the little author photo? Okay, so it's not bad with it. It's not my favorite personally. And if you agree or, you know, trust my judgment, then we could have done it if you really wanted to. But this one, not awful with it. It's a bit darker, but more neutral with this. Let me show you the rest. This one's a little too bright now that I see it with this. Yeah, it's very well loved as well. I'll need to grab a lip brush if we do a stick, so that is why that one looks all how it does. This is a gloss. Not awful. Again, it'll be more sheer than it is in the bottle. This lip liner is also pretty close to the color of this, but it can go nicely with the one you chose or two other options I have over here. They were just next to each other, so I picked them both up. You could do the full lip in the pencil too. I've done that. This, too much, yeah, too much. I think that's technically orange. So my suggestions, which this one, you'd think it's not that flattering, but it is, what's it called? Gray Envy. It's got like a tinge of red in it, red, pink. Not bad. And then my personal suggestion, which you may think is a little too similar to the color of the blush, or it could be just right. And again, these could go together very nice if you wanted to line your lip. And you can tell me if lining the lip is too much. Okay, so we're going to do this one in line. Okay, sounds perfect. It'll add just the right amount of pinky tones. Put the rest of these away. So let's get started with that then. Put this on you. My blush brush. It's very large and in charge here. So let's just get a little bit of that and apply it right here. I think that's a good amount, not too much. Oh yes, and I need to grab the lip brush. As well as my eyeshadow brushes. So here we go. We'll use this one. I'll just do a little bit of this. Okay, go ahead and pucker up. Okay. Good. Do a bit more for the top. Okay, rub those together. Okay, look in the mirror and let me know if you still want the liner. I know I kind of did this backwards, but sometimes after we apply the main stick, you don't need it. Okay, so we'll still do a little bit of it. It'll be fine. Alright, yep, just relax. Go ahead and line here. And then, do you want me to follow the shape of your lips, or do you want me to kind of like go over the Cupid's bow? Okay. So we'll just do this and that. Alright. Now, rub that together. Let me know how that looks. Okay, perfect. Nothing too heavy there. Let's do the eyeshadow and then we'll do your mascara. So this is one of my more natural palettes. It's got all of these colors, and as you can see there are some pretty neutral ones here. We've got this and this, as well as some of these. With the lip color and the blush, I would say if you want to be kind of like tied in with that but subtle, this one is always good. Even this one, I would say. This one's very bright. Yeah. This one might work too. Did you like this one? It's a little bit pinky. Okay. So, use the small shader and we'll just gently pack that on and work it around. Okay, just relax your lip. There we go. Okay. And before I go ahead and do both, I am working this in nicely there. Go ahead and look and see how you feel about it before we do both, before we continue on. Alright, then we will go ahead and do the other one. Okay, again, relax your lid. Here we go. Should only need one good swipe, but if you want me to go over it anymore, please do tell me. Alright, take a look. Yeah, let me fix a little bit in the inner corners here. Okay. Okay, perfect. And I believe finally for the makeup, unless there's anything you wanted me to add, we should just be onto the mascara, and I will probably only do the top. I think that's really all you'd need to make it look a little bit more natural than doing both the top and the bottom, because the top ones are the ones you notice the most. We just want to really accentuate those, make them seen in the picture, especially if you do want to do a version of it that's black and white for any reason. It'll help make sure that they are seen. Okay, ready? Just relax, and we're gonna blink, blink, blink. Okay. And blink, blink, blink. And I'm just gonna go relax them. I'm gonna go over the top real quick, do a little bit of a spin there, just to make sure it's worked through. And then look up, and I'm gonna make sure I get the inner lashes that sometimes get missed. Let's see here. Good. And again, please feel free to look at the mirror at any point and tell me if you want something changed or not. I think it's looking very, very nice. I am going to take this little spoolie and just go through your brows since we're not doing them. Your eyebrows are lovely and full. That is nice. Very naturally beautiful. Okay, here. Good, they're laying nicely. Just wanted to fix them a little bit. I know I have some that like one of my brows, I'm not sure which one it is. They like to stand straight up in the front there, and sometimes I just take it. Try to even them out a bit. Okay, so for your hair, I'm gonna need to grab a brush. No worries that they are just right down there, but I forgot to put one up on the table. We were going to straighten your hair, and I was just going to do a little bit of a flip at the end to give a little bit of texture, dimension, so you're not just pin straight. Okay, and this is the headband I picked. You can tell me if you love it or hate it. It is kind of obnoxious with the giant pearl looking beads on it, but I thought from the pictures you sent me that your hair does get pretty full looking, that it would sit nicely, whereas if someone with, you know, thinner hair or not as much texture near the top, this just sits kind of tall. So we don't want that, but I think it'll be okay in your hair. And then let's see, let me grab the brush and we'll just start doing the hair. We're gonna use this wooden one. It's nice and gentle. Okay, there we go. way around here. Not sure what that sound is. It sounds like they may be building a new building nearby. Building a building. So straightening it, we'll do a little bit of a frizz smooth out, especially with the humidity from the rain. You know, it does crazy things to everyone's hair. So just gonna be a quick run over. Just a little bit. And do you want the swoops to go out or in? I know some people are picky about that, which rightfully so, it's your head of hair. Just which do you prefer? Okay. Okay, then maybe I'll go in with that. Let me fix that. There we go. Just a little something here. Go around the back real quick. You don't have to move. Let me double check this side. Close up here with the face framing and be precise with that, so it is perfect for the author headshot. Want you to look professional. And you don't like hairspray, right? Okay. It should stay as long as you're indoors and for the length of time it's going to take to sit in front of the green screen. And yeah, it should be fine. I'll be here, so if touch-ups are needed, I'll go over them. But it's a quick shoot, so shouldn't need it. Tried to put enough like texture, movement in it with the different flips and everything, so it's not all just a uniform curl in. It's gonna have some variation. So let's go ahead and try the headband. If you end up hating it, we can take it out. Like I said, I do have some scarves. I brought them to put around your neck if you wanted, but otherwise we can use them as a headband if you think that that would potentially be better. Let me also grab the scarf so you can see them. Okay. Alright, let me show you these, and if you want to add or replace what we have going on there. I nearly dropped them. So I got these. Only thing is I will need these back. These were my grandmother's. So I like to have a little piece of her with me while I do my work. we have this scarf. I think it's folded again. It's folded in half here. So it's this plaid. It's white, blue, and this could be purple or pink. It's kind of a mauve. So it could go either way. I'm not sure. It doesn't look awful with the headband. Just putting it next to everything you've got on, it does lean more pink, but I do think if you had purple on it would lean more purple. So it's kind of flexible that way. Not awful, but totally up to you if you want to add a little something just to give a little, you know, extra. And it doesn't even have to be super tight up on the neck. It can rest. Or like I said, we could do a different kind of headband where I tie it in a bow, or we could just have it like, we'll have to fold it up again, but like that, and then your hair draping over it would be really nice. So this is an option. If you're looking for something not so colorful, there's this black one with white butterflies on it. And again, it can be like the headband. It'd be kind of thick on me anyway. It would look kind of thick, but I also didn't fold it. So that, or again, loose around the neck. So many things you can do with scarves. Okay, so then what we'll do is we'll take that one out and we will fold up this one. It is already kind of folded, so let me just make sure we fold it in half again. Don't want it to be super thick. Let me see here. Okay, and then we'll just fold that. About this thick. And again, because I have a headband in, but we'll do that and tie it back behind you so the tails of it won't be on your shoulders unless you want them there, but it won't be distracting or in the way of anything. So let's take the headband off. Sorry if I'm bumping you. I feel so bad when I do that. And then I'll go ahead and put this one over your head here. And then I'm just gonna go behind you and let's pull all of your hair over to this shoulder. Just gather it and pull it all over here. If you could just hold that for a second so I can tie this. I kind of don't want to get your hair knotted in it. Again, sorry if I'm pulling or making the chair wobble or anything. Doing my best here. And I think a double knot would be enough to keep it. I think a bow would be too thick. And then it would definitely make the hair not want to stay in place. Okay, tied it. You can let your hair down now. Let me straighten it out. Okay, and then we want a little bit in the front hanging out with your face framing. I think that'll look great. Didn't want it to pull your hair back, just enough to turn it into a headband. And then straighten that out here. Okay. Okay, let's just fix that all nice and straight. We want it flat. I do like that. I think that was the perfect choice. Gonna run the brush through the ends. we didn't, not yet up at all. Okay. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that the rain stopped. And then I'm going to take this little comb here and just fix what we've got in the front without pulling anything extra out. Okay, just a little bit of straightening up there. Mess with those till they sit how we want them to sit. Okay. All right, I think you're ready to go. The photographer did walk in a couple minutes ago, but I think they wandered off because they saw we were still busy. So I can go let them know that you're ready. It's done. And you didn't have an outfit change, right? I know sometimes people like to do more of a full body photo as well, because you never know what kind of press you're gonna have. I know that they'll probably take some pictures of you facing one way and then the other way and then some more like straight on, so you have a variety to work with, but people typically go with like this kind of an angle. And then sometimes there are props like you're reading your book, or I don't know, like just holding the book. I've seen a few of these shoots, but I'm not the professional, so you know, nothing too in-depth, but they'll guide you. So it was a pleasure doing your hair and makeup. If you ever need me again, my services are always available. And I think I'm just gonna clean up here, but if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll just be standing by while this is happening to take any or make any adjustments that need to happen. Okay, there is a seat for you up here. It's a really low stool, but it's mainly because you're going to be in front of the green screen. So yeah, go ahead and just get comfortable there, and they'll let you know if they need you to move. Okay, all right, it's good to work with you. Bye now.